part 4, we left off on letting them know ahead of time that they will be called on during the class. I use this with one of my students that I have, one of the international students that I have in English class. And when I either group them or pair them up, I let the whole class know that, for example, the recorder in the group, whatever the role is going to share number 3. Or ahead of time, I will say, you are going to read this paragraph, and I'll point to the paragraph. So the student, the international student, has time to prepare in their minds for that particular request, and it will foster a feeling of success and encourage them to participate in the future. And then lastly, a strategy is engaging with their culture. Of course, you have to feel it out and see if they've warmed up to your class, the subject, or even you, or even, the dynamics of your class, to see, to give them and the American students who need it very much a global perspective. And then you can even use the strategy of telling them before class. If they walk in early and you say, hey, we're going to be talking about such and such today. So I'd love to know your perspective on, the Colombian economy or the Brazilian government at this time, or the Nigerian people and their traditions and such, whatever class it might be, they have something definitely to contribute. So that might be something that you would think of beforehand and just give them a heads up. This next slide, these are ideas for you all to increase the cross-cultural learning in your classroom and also for yourself. I would love for you to read over these, and then when you get to the exit ticket or the form that you are going to fill out at the end, you can share with me what you have used, what you are using, and what you would love to use in the future as far as the strategies, these ideas, and what you need, and what you may even need from me as support for me to research for you, or even just sit down and discuss. This is just a special that we saw in one of the training symposiums that I went to this year, and it was very, very fascinating about how China prepares their students or its students for that big test that either has them in or out of the best universities in the country. So when I send the actual PowerPoint to you all, you may click on this and then you can watch the whole video. There's 4 parts to it, so it is a little bit long, or you can skip around for the highlights using these times below. The introduction gives you a synopsis of it, and then the first day of school assembly with the principal is very interesting. Typical Chinese classroom. Take notice of where they keep all their papers and books, and then a student interview. I ran this by a couple of our Chinese students, and they said yes, that is excuse me, that is a very typical school. Now, the school in the video is a public school, and a lot of our students here at Calvary are from private school, but the similarities are almost to the T. So here is your exit ticket, just to share and for you to reflect and make goals for this year. Even if it's the last year that you have an international student, these are awesome practices and very easy. Some that you prepare for and some that you can just do off the cuff. So I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for taking this time. And we are here, 4th floor, International Office, or an email away. God bless.